What's up, nerds?
Gosh. Yell at him, yell at him, yell at him.
I am Sam.
I'm AB.
And alongside with us is...
Hayden.
And this is the Average Joe Show.
Oh yeah.
The most likely of duos. The dynamic duo of a lifetime.
Oh yeah.
The partnership of partners.
The partnership of partners.
The partnership of partners.
The partner.
Milady.
Today, we're going to talk about the movies that we watched in March, which was only like 3.
Yeah. We didn't watch a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
But
there wasn't too much.
we're going to make up for it in the next coming months. Specifically June. June's going to be a fest.
Boy, howdy.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
We're going to talk about Shazam and 65 and Dungeons and Dragons.
Were you waiting for me to continue?
No, I was trying to think of what they're called. So what do you guys have to drink today?
Let's just further put this out here.
I do not have a drink today.
Yeah, Amy was a loser.
I wasn't informed that we were supposed to get drinks beforehand.
You know.
I even said, hey, what drinks are we getting today?
And
no one replied. I looked you in the eye.
Well, when
I was like, what are we doing for drinks? And you're like, well, we're not going to this place.
Because it was on the other...
I was like, okay.
Well, okay. You suggested one place, and then I'm like, it's on the other side of town. And this was also in the conversation of what we're having for lunch today. And when
we never brought up drinks either.
I know, but it got consumed by the idea of food. And we just forgot. And thus making Amy the loser.
Wow.
Because I got my drink, I prepared to get my drink like the other day, and I wanted to bring this specific drink.
Wow, I wish I knew the other day when you got your drink and you're like, I'm going to use this for the podcast.
Well, okay, if somebody reminded us that we needed to go grab drinks, because I saw that Hayden got his drink, and I had my drink, I assumed that you got a drink. Because you usually get a drink at any place that we go get food at.
No, because I sat there and I was like, oh, we're going to get drinks anyway. So
why didn't you say anything?
Because I thought that we were going to get a different one.
You thought wrong.
You didn't get a drink at the place either. It was only...
Yeah, because I already had this drink.
That's because I didn't know you had that.
Amy, you cannot blame me.
You can't call me a loser for not knowing it, too. Your logic is just as dumb as mine.
Okay, fine.
Hayden, what'd you get to drink today?
I got Hawaiian Sun pineapple orange juice.
Nice.
Wow, that looks amazing, Hayden.
It's pretty good.
Actually?
Yeah.
Ooh. I like those kind of Hawaiian drinks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were pretty good. Too bad I'm allergic to pineapple.
Pineapple.
Ripperoni, brother.
Oof.
I got an Arizona drink that I only find on campus at like the school I'm going to right now.
Yeah.
It's called the Golden... wait.
The Golden Bear Light Lemonade.
Shut your mouth. I was going to do... It's Jack Nicklaus's The Golden Bear Lemonade Light. Strawberry
Oh my
Light.
gosh, did you turn the cup because you couldn't read the cursive?
You shut your mouth. You wouldn't be able to either.
I can!
No, you can't!
It's Joe!
Amy, what did you get to drink?
Nothing.
Okay.
I was the first one to say what my drink was.
Good.
It's the air.
Drink it right now.
Yum.
Yum. Don't you worry, Amy. Next time we record.
Yeah.
You won't forget to let us know to grab a drink.
Yeah.
If I forget, Amy, if I forget.
No, now I'm going to bring my own, so then you're the loser that doesn't have a drink.
Oh, that's such a big problem. Because I drive you over here. And I can just, I know when I don't have a drink, and I know to go find a drink when I need a drink.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Shazam was a movie that was pretty good.
Okay, well, I don't want to transition like that.
That sounds like a you problem.
Okay, never mind. Talking about sibling problems,
Wow, what a great transition.
yeah, we need a better transition than that.
Siblings, am I right? You know what a movie has to do with siblings? Shabam! Whoa!
Shazam, baby.
Shabam, am I right?
So, Shazam, Fury of the Gods is the sequel to Shazam.
Shebang. It goes Shazam, Shebang, and then Shabop. Bada bop boom pow.
Okay.
Sam, what the heck was this movie about?
This movie takes place after the events of Shazam 1, as I've said for the 15th time now, because I've now figured out what I wanted to say.
Dude, this is just like, it's just like a everything everywhere all at once.
Okay, we can't do anything
Go
right now.
into the bagel. I was gonna say the donut.
Okay, I'm gonna turn away from you.
No.
So I don't get distracted and do
No.
random. I'm gonna move them around my hands and just be like, "Hey, Hayden," like basically.
There you go, Lois.
Okay. Shazam: Fury of the Gods is where Billy Batson and the rest of the crew, they have to take on these people, these two women.
The Daughters of Atlas.
Yes, the Daughters of Atlas, which that's one of the A's in Shazam. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Is Atlas.
Yeah, it's I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna. I was gonna say them, but then I was like, nope.
Well, it's
Yep.
Solomon.
Yeah.
Solomon.
Mm-hmm.
Hermes.
No.
Nope. Hagrius.
Nope.
Hagrius.
Haggis.
It's a Disney movie.
Oh, Hercules.
Heracles.
Is this one Ares?
No. You literally said
Atlas.
Or Atlas?
And Zeus.
Zeus. And then
I want to read it.
Aphrodite.
No. Think
Boy,
of
I
like
wish.
the Flash.
Apollo.
No. I'm just kidding. I don't.
Let me look at him.
Atrocity.
No.
Apple bottom jeans.
Oh,
the
dude.
tendon.
Dude, it's
The
a Chili's. Chili's.
Achilles.
Bro, I didn't know they had a Chili's down in the underworld.
Okay.
And then Mercury's
Solomon
Mercury's-
was wisdom, Hercules' strength, Atlas' stamina, Zeus' power, Achilles' courage, and Mercury's speed.
Interesting.
Spade. Well, yeah, because
But-
isn't Mercury
It's a
Hermes? Well, yeah, but is it the Mars or what?
No.
No, it's
Mars and Mercury
No, stop!
is different.
They're planets.
So
No, but
Amy's
it's
gonna
the
have a
Roman-
solar system
Roman.
test also.
No, the Roman gods. Because Aries is Mars, Aphrodite's Venus. Apparently Zeus is Jupiter and not the sun. And it's Apollo that's the sun. I mean, it makes sense, but also it's like, wow. The man that's the center of the universe
That's
is not
fine.
Zeus.
But
yeah,
anyways.
But yeah, Mercury is the Hermes.
Anyways.
Because fast.
Yeah.
The Daughters of Atlas are Hespera and Calypso.
Yeah.
Just like from Pirates of the Caribbean, baby.
Calypso.
But not really. Don't worry about it.
And they're like coming down here to like take the powers of Shazam because they had the powers of, like, they were supposed to have the powers of Atlas, but then they got screwed over by Wizard Man.
Dad died. Wizard got the powers, put it in his staff, and was like, "The shabam, you're getting it." Sham, exactly. Wow, you're getting these powers, baby. And they're pissed, and they want the powers back.
Yeah. So that's sort of what the movie is. They have to like fight the fury of the two gods that are. Are they demigods or are they even gods? Well, they're demigods because it's Atlas is just a titan, right?
Oh, so then wouldn't they be gods?
No, because gods and
what the heck is Kronos is Titan and his kids are gods now, and then their kids are demigods.
Okay, I didn't realize I was gonna be getting in a situation where someone who has more knowledge than me. I'm sorry.
I don't know what they're considered.
I walked into a bar with a one-shot gun, like a gun with one round in it, and then everybody just turns around and looks at me after I say something stupid, pull out like their 20-round guns and just have it all pointed at me. That's what just happened.
Yeah. The movie is called Fury of the Gods, not the Demigods.
That wouldn't sound as
Hit me up, Hayden.
What were their powers again? Even though I kind of know what their powers are.
Helibjorid. I don't remember her name.
She's Hespia.
Yeah, that one. She has the power of elements. And Calypso has the power of chaos.
Calypso.
Which is just whispering in ears.
Reminds me of Allison in Umbrella Academy. Mm-hmm. I hear a rumor that your mom is stupid.
So going into this movie, I saw that it had like basically one of the worst like ratings in a while. Really? I did not hear that it was a very good movie, so I was like not going into it with a lot. I'm like, oh, it might be something. It'll probably be worse than Quantumania, which I was a little.
Is it worse than Quantumania?
That's what I. Like, I've heard that it's, like, one of the worst DC movies out there, but...
I mean, you're comparing it to a lot of bad DC movies. Have you seen the first Suicide Squad?
Okay, this is not me saying... Okay, let's put this out there. That was just what I thought going into the movie, that this was going to be bad.
No, I'm just calling out idiots that are like, dude, this one sucked. Because I feel like it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't... I'd have to watch it again to say if I really liked it or not. But I liked it. I had the fun time.
Yeah.
And I can't think of any parts where I was like, this is stupid.
I could probably tell.
I'd probably only be annoyed with one character. But also, that's his whole point, is being annoying. And it kind of, like, it gets over it kind of quick.
Well... My whole thing was, I was trying to go into the movie, like, nitpicking it and being like, okay, I'm not going to like this bit. And then I actually had a lot of fun with the movie. Mm-hmm. And,
I feel like that's the whole point with Shazam's movies. Like, they're just fun.
Well, like, but that's what, like, Quantumania was supposed to be. And, like, there's a lot of, like, little boring bits in it.
But it wasn't.
But, I don't know, like,
There's fuzzies on you, I'm sorry.
Thanks. But, I don't know, there's a lot of really funny moments. I haven't, like, laughed out loud in like, consistently through a movie until, like, this one, like, in a while. Mm-hmm. And, because there were some funny bits. Like, I guess we can now sort of move into, like, a spoiler, like, talk thing.
Before we get into that, go watch it. Why not?
Yeah, I recommend it.
It's better than Quantumania, in my opinion.
I think...
But also, I hate that people compare DC and Marvel to one another when they're on completely different, like, not, I don't want to say timelines, wow, but, like, I feel like DC's still in, like, its first, like, probably, like, in its phase 2, while Marvel's all the way up in, like, 5. So it's, like, it's terrible to compare the two. And one's been going at it forever.
I don't know. This is just a general DC thing. Is that I feel like they're trying to play catch up with the universe building of DC and creating a team and some sort of continuity and trying to catch up to Marvel. But I don't know. Yeah. I think where it's gonna go soon is gonna be good because this is the last movie of the non-James Gunn direction.
No, we have Flash.
Oh, Flash.
Flash is the last one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Gods and Monster phase. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And I feel like this movie is a good transition into it. I don't know how.
Given that it's called The Fury of the Gods.
It talks about the gods and how they work and oh.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah. I feel like it's gonna be fun seeing where DC goes.
Yeah. But yeah,
like
let's
wow.
But let's move on to a more spoilery talk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, go and watch it and don't always trust reviews. I don't know, because I had fun with the movie and yeah. So I don't know. Some bits that I really liked is like I love the opening. Not the opening, but like I thought the opening was sort of cheesy.
Them at the
museum. And
I loved their armor is so cool. And I'm so sad that they lose the helmets because they looked pretty sick. But it's kind of whatever. But I liked them like turning all the people into statues. I thought that was pretty sick.
I thought it was just I thought it was interesting. Like, I don't know, it was weird that you see like their powers and
I feel like it's a good introduction for the villains. Because I feel like it'd be weird to place it anywhere else.
Oh, yeah, but like, it's just weird that they didn't continue on with those kind of powers of Calypso using her like chaos powers to like manipulate other people and just sort of like raise up an army. That's what I thought was going to happen, basically. And then
I think her powers in that scene was just her getting everyone to fight each other.
But why?
To like cause a distraction.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Because there are people going after them to get the staff back. So she's just like, get him! And
I don't know, I was meaning more, like I thought it showed like some powers, but I think they should have used it more. But like,
I feel like it added more intrigue into it rather than showing like the full, like their full arsenal of what they could do.
Well, I don't know. I think it would have helped them at some points. I think it would have been interesting to have like, instead of their whole thing is stealing the powers of Shazam, like that would be like their all in all goal. But to stop like them, they would first like. Calypso would use her chaos powers and what's the word? Hypnotize or like like mind control like other like family members.
Oh yeah.
And then it'd be down to like Billy and Freddy to be the ones that are like Freddy. Yeah, Billy and Freddy to be like taking down like the group. And
well, I also wonder if because they make a comment where it's like, oh yeah, like magic versus magic, like something about that. I can't remember the exact words. It's been like a week since we've seen the movie.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, has it been a week? When did we watch it? Tuesday?
Yeah. Almost a week.
Yeah. But I liked the little introduction to like the heroes, like the introduction to the Shazam family, because like you get to see all of them trying to like help out in this like with the bridge crumbling. Did they have anything to do with why like that?
I think the bridge was like, it was just like an old part of it and it broke. I think. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Hayden saw it twice, so we're just like, Hayden, help us!
I think they said like on... No, he... what's his name? The brother was listening to like the police scanner.
Oh, right.
And then like on the police reports they were saying like, yeah, there was something that like broke on the bridge and so it was causing it to like crack and stuff.
Yeah, and they needed to like evacuate everybody and whatnot, and yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is that like a pretty normal? I feel like the idea of linking into police scanners is like, does that happen often? Like people are on police scanners just listening.
I mean, there's apps that are like I don't know how common that is, like people hacking into it. I mean, I'm sure it's possible, but I know that there's like apps where it's like tracking like where there's like a crime happening, even though some people use it to like go cause problems too.
But how do you get on that like kind of server? Okay.
There's just people that are smarter than us that know how to do that kind of thing.
I guess.
So
It's...
That's how it be sometimes.
I don't know. I feel like it's so easy for like...
I think since...
I feel like it's a common trope in like...
Well, the
superhero stuff, but that like
yeah,
makes sense.
it's kind of the point of it, like Incredibles, and the Batman, or I guess any Batman. They probably did it in Marvel somewhere.
Spider-Man does it.
Spider-Man.
But I don't think he did in the MCU.
Oh.
Yeah, he does at the end of No Way Home.
Oh yeah, he does.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I even remember the scene. Yeah.
Yeah, when he
gets
his new suit on.
Because I was thinking if that was the movie or the PlayStation 4 game.
Whoa.
But yeah.
Can't believe you spoiled the game for me like that.
I don't know.
I love how Freddy thinks that what is it, Mr. Everypower is a really good name.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm Mr. Everypower, and this is my sidekick, Mr. Everypower Jr. And I'm like, good job. Good job, 14-year-old. They're not 14.
They're like 17.
Yeah.
Because
it's so, it's so fun just seeing them grow up. I mean, especially Freddy's character, because it's like, I've seen him since, when he was, little baby. And then now he's just a little man.
Is he the guy, the asthma kid? The one
Yeah.
with the hair? Oh, okay.
The gazebo kid.
Gazebo boy.
It's a gosh darn gazebo!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
He's always broken in the movie.
He is.
Yeah, because he's what's his name? In Luca.
Well, I meant physically broken.
Oh. I mean, in it was his mom that was breaking him, so... I guess he broke his arm, too.
Yeah, he had a cast on, and then in Shazam, he's got the crutch.
Yeah.
So.
And in Luca, he doesn't have a dad. Ooh!
Who's he in Luca? Is he
I can't remember the kid's name.
Gazpacho.
No, I keep wanting to say Alfredo because his name starts with an A, but that's not. It's not it.
Alberto?
Alberto! That's his name.
I thought you were gonna smack me or punch me.
That's it!
You did it!
But yeah. I don't know.
But I mean, it's just cute seeing them growing up. It's like, no, they're getting
I
old.
feel like it's only him that I've noticed grow up because I feel like they look the exact same since the last movie.
Well, Billy Batson just looks older. Like like not most of the kids. Like, it's just those two, since those two are like the main characters.
Basically. I didn't really notice a difference between Billy in this movie than the movie before.
They just look older. It's not like anything crazy.
Like, Pedro looks the same. Is that his name, Pedro? Yeah, Pedro's his name. Mm-hmm. Pedro looks the same, and then...
I know that the sister would look the same because it's like, oh, she's already an adult. So it's like, she'd look the same.
Yeah. Darla looks the same.
I love Darla.
Darla's good. Darla's a good character.
Dude.
And, okay, the funny thing is, like...
I had a feeling.
I think everybody who they're paired up with works so well, other than Shazam and Billy. I do not think they're this.
What do you mean? Oh, like how they look?
No,
or
like
just
like their mannerisms, like comparing to like the dialogue that Zachary Levi uses versus the actor who plays Billy. Completely like different. Like,
I can also see it just being like a confidence thing. But also, I feel like that wouldn't be Billy. I feel like that would be more of Freddy's kind of thing. Just him being like, I'm just a little boy with crutch now, and I can't do nothing. And then he's like,
the thing is like...
Mr. Everypower, look at me!
Well, like, Billy and the actor who plays his, like, Shazammed version...
Zachary Levi?
Freddy, not Billy.
Oh, okay.
Freddy and his Shazammed version, I can't remember... I think that's Adam Brody is his name.
Sounds right.
I can look it up right now.
We have technology.
SpongeBob, we have technology. It is.
But
it is. Yeah, Adam Brody, superhero Freddy, and superhero Eugene, and the superhero Pedro, and sorry, I was just looking at everyone and I was like, yeah, superhero kid.
So I feel like everybody who is... What in the Sinbad?
Dude! He's his character in Jingle All the Way. Did you not see him in the background?
I did not see
the
Sinbad.
Dementor?
Yeah. I did not see the Dementor.
He's a big part of the movie.
Yeah.
He's one of the kids of Atlas.
So...
Okay, it totally threw me off that, what's her name? Rochelle Ziegler? Mm-hmm. Rachel Ziegler?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was like, hey, she's in the musical. Whoa. What's it called?
Amy,
What's that story?
Oh, what's
That's
that story?
it, yeah.
Oh, is she Maria?
Mm-hmm. Ave Maria?
Maria.
That's her.
She's ever been in.
Yeah.
But basically, yeah, I don't know. I feel like everybody who's like linked up with each other can like, I don't know, their personalities are like the same, but like the guy who plays Billy, Asher Angel, he I don't know. I think he's just too serious, and then Zachary Levi doubles down on, oh, I'm a child. I need to act like a child. And he says,
I'm a little boy now.
He's
thanks.
like, yo, fam, what's going on? And I'm like, stop it right now. Start doing Fortnite dances too. Well, you're at it.
Do it, you won't.
He did it in the first movie. Well, he did flossing. He flossed in the first movie. But I don't know. I just thought it was funny that...
I feel like it makes more sense in the first one that the personalities are super different. But I also feel like we don't get... I feel like in this one we get more of Zachary Levi than Angel.
Asher Angel?
Asher Angel, yep.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to think if we see him a whole lot.
Not really.
Yeah.
It's only in like a handful of scenes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but like still,
Because he's a good actor. It's just like they're not the same.
Yeah,
person.
they're not acting like the same person.
Yeah.
Like you can't be like.
Zachary Levi just kind of acts like himself.
Yeah.
One of those actors that's like, it's just Zachary Levi being himself. I feel like.
Yeah, but I just think. I feel like that's harder for younger actors to try to act the same way as
older actors.
Yeah. But I think it would be worse if Zachary Levi tried to act like Asher.
I mean, that's what they did for it, is that the older actors acted like they're younger.
But there was two separate movies, though. Like, were they all adults the entire... I've never seen it, too. But were they adults the whole time?
There was flashes between, like, the past and this one.
Mostly adults, but it showed flashbacks to the first.
Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't, like, super... Like, it wasn't, like, this movie where it's, like... One scene, you're adults. Next scene, you're kids. Or, like, in the same scene, you switch between adults to kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love their little man cave, though. I can't remember what the cave is
called. The Rock
of
Eternity?
Yep.
The one that sounds like a legendary, like, album cover for... Or it sounds like a legendary album written by, like, Metallica or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or AC/DC. The Rock of Eternity! I don't know. I some other bits that I really liked.
Steve.
Yeah, Steve is so
Steve
good.
Steve is best boy.
Okay, I was laughing so hard, like seeing Helen Mirren. Is that her name? Mm-hmm. Reading off, just like, oh, that sounds good. Yeah, put that in. No, I don't think so. Does anybody have Gatorade or like?
She's like, what is Gatorade? Like threading Freddie being like, what the heck is Gatorade?
Gosh, you literally just yeah.
I know, right? So I grabbed it. I was like, oops.
She just groped me. So Amy was.
I'm sorry.
Amy tried to be all intimidating. Amy tried to be super intimidating and grab my shirt and like shake me, but like when she went to grab, she grabbed a little too much. Her fingers wrapped around my chest and like then grabbed it. I'm like, I have never ever had my boob fondled like that before.
I was like, I'm gonna go for a sleep.
And out of all people who did that, it was my sister.
I was aiming for your shoulder, then it slipped. And I was like,
you were a little off, bud.
Oh my gosh, my stomach hurts. Oh man, dude, I'm sorry. Me too. I promise.
Since we got that little portion out of the way, I can't even remember what we were talking about. Steven! Steven was a good little character.
I love him, like, when they crumple up the paper, he just kicks it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cute.
And, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of other fun characters.
I really like... What is it? Anthea?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's just, I just sit here and I'm like, yeah, it looks like Athena.
Or you can just say Anne.
Oh yeah, true.
Because Freddie calls her Anne.
That's what she told him to call him, is Anne, because they were at school.
They were at school.
Wakey, 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 wakey. It's time for school. Come on, wake up. But yeah, her powers are pretty sick. Even though she was an idiot, and when she did her powers, when her sister was blasting her with the laser, she just stood there and watched it come at her.
She's like, wait, what is that? That sort of looks like that little like
that looks
beam.
That looks like the laser my sister pointed at me.
Oh wait, it is. Boom.
Wait a minute.
Now sort of skip to the end of the movie, but
yeah, she has sick powers. It's
like, visually it's cool, but like I don't know if I were like a little bystander. Yeah, bystander.
Well, I wonder if
being
it's just
like,
an illusion for like her and like other people that are getting teleported. Like she's not like physically moving stuff.
Well, no, she totally is moving stuff around because she hits Shazam with a building.
Well, that's still me being like, yeah, it's an illusion and only she can see it, and it could like affect other people that she's wanting it to affect.
Oh, so I guess.
Like
I wonder.
it's
I
kind of
wonder
like the mirror, like
the mirror dimension, and
yeah. I don't know if that's a good it's not a good comparison, but it's something similar to that where it's like random people won't see what's going on in the mirror dimension, but
it makes me
people
think
that do it.
So like all of their powers, like the 3 of their powers, is that Hespera. She controls like the elementals and like life forms like that.
I'm looking at what they say that it is.
And then the Calypso can alter people's like thoughts and whatever. And then I guess like everything has like can mess with like I don't know. My thought process could be like linking with what you were saying is that they can manipulate like people, like their mind or their state, and I guess that could be Anne's power, but this is like such a big stretch of like
she holds the power of Axis, which allows her to manipulate the environment and rotate the earth beneath her feet, moving around the buildings, walls, and other objects around her. Her powers, if we might add, were responsible for some of the visual most impressive sequences in the movie.
Which it is very impressive, but still doesn't. I don't know.
I feel like comparing like because there's Hespera. Yeah. Because there's Hespera that's elements, and then Calypso that's chaos, and then it's just like, yeah, Axis. It's like, no, there should be a different theme, but you know what? It's fine.
It's whatevers.
Yeah.
But, so, like, why did they trap... I don't know. I have just questions. So, like, they have, like, the force field, you know? But why
the
did
dome.
they... Yeah,
the dome. Dimmadome.
Yeah, the Doug Dimmadome. So, the Dimsdale Dimmadome. So, why did they have the Dimsdale Dimmadome just over, like... I don't know. Why did they pick Philly?
Oh, well, that's where they... Yeah, that's where they lived.
Were they just trying to trap them? And okay, yeah, they were just trying to trap them to steal their powers, right? Is that what? Okay.
Wow, you figured it out all on your own.
Thanks. Sorry, I'm an idiot, everybody. I don't know. I feel like a question just popped in my head without figuring it out myself. I swear that's like how I am sometimes. I swear to Bob. Like either I'm like, I have to figure this out myself, or I just ask a question for something that I could easily figure out by myself. And if I just looked at something and thought about it a little bit longer.
If I used my brain powers, then I could solve it myself.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Yeah. Did you want to ask anything else about the Doug Dimmadome?
No.
The Dimsdale Doug Dimmadome?
Wait, but, like, so, Hespera... Get at me if I'm like saying it wrong and whatever. You guys can yell at me.
I think it's Hespera.
We need more comments on our videos or on our podcast anyway.
Yeah.
But Hespera. How, like, why does she have the power to make a force field?
The
elements. It could be the air.
Oh. Is it the staff?
It's the staff that makes it. I think.
Because she snatched Freddy's powers. So
no, but
who knows if it took like a little piece of all the shebang stuff.
No, but like, but she doesn't have the staff when. But like
she does. Yeah.
Well,
she has
at the end.
She has the staff the whole time.
No, at the end, what's her name has the staff. But like Hespera is
Hespera
still
is the one that created the dome, so I think she would be the only one to do stuff to it. I don't know.
So then it's her. It's not the staff then.
Okay, yeah, because the
well,
wizard,
it could be both of them.
The wizard originally made the dome over their realm.
Did the dome around the whole world?
He used the staff to steal Hespera's powers to make the dome. Okay, so yeah, I guess it is her that controls it.
And the element that it could be is the air.
Because it said...
I don't know why. I was thinking still for like... My mind went back for like a few weeks ago and you're like, the ants. Through the ants.
The ants. It could be that too. Ants. The dragon looked pretty sick though. Sorry, you can do your thing and then I can talk about my thing.
I was just repeating what I said. It's her powers. Because originally, the wizard uses her powers to make the dome.
The wizard. When? The lizard. When he snapped.
6,000 years ago.
Oh, and
in
it
the
says
year
like okay.
500.
Whatever's.
Yeah.
Long time ago, and then Shazam breaks the staff and makes the Kermit face.
He
Fortnite dances over it.
What the heck are you talking about?
Okay, so...
Okay, I guess I haven't seen the movie in a long time.
No. So, when it's showing the flashback from the first movie, they're like, how the heck'em did you break the barrier between worlds? And it shows the flashback of when they're at the circus, or the circus tent, talking to the doctor bad guy, and he's like, hey, get a load of this, and like whacks it over his knee, and then it goes back to the new movie, and Zachary Levi's making a scrunch face.
I must have been in...
It's this face. It's the Kermit face.
The stank face.
I guess that was when I was in the bathroom.
Maybe. Because it shows a flashback from the first movie. Like when he breaks.
Which
stuff.
I do not remember. That must have been when I was in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Because when does it? I don't remember when they're talking about like, oh, when did the staff break? Oh, it's when they're in the lair, and
what?
Nothing.
I think the older sister is like, they're like, oh, the barrier broke, and they're like the library. They're like, how did it break? And
it's after.
Zachary Levi's like,
oops.
My bad.
Oops.
You remember? What
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I just noticed. I maybe noticed more throughout this movie that Zachary Levi naturally just makes the Kermit face, and it just. I think it's just his face. Just naturally, just kind of like. Just
oh no!
Like yeah.
Make sure to put the Kermit face in that part.
Okay.
So everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yes. I love the monster designs in this movie. Especially the unicorns.
Okay, you know what they should have done with the unicorns? So like
make him look disgusting.
No, they have like the dark, like they have them how they look, and then when you have the Skittles moment happen and they start eating the Skittles, then it does like the
gosh, they transform
into like the white with like the rainbow mane and like all sparkly and
bro.
And then you have the wizard be like, what just happened?
What is this magic? I didn't know you were a wizard too.
I guess a bunch of people were upset about
product placement.
The unicorns.
Taste the rainbow. Whoa.
I was okay with it, and then the second time I'm like, okay, we already heard that joke. We don't need the cliche joke of a little kid saying "taste the rainbow, mother effer," and then just get like cut off.
Kind of how kids are though.
Yeah.
I feel like it's fine.
Yeah, when I get cut off, I got cut off as a kid a lot. Right when I was about to swear. Mom would be like, next scene. I'm like, okay.
Next scene.
I just met with her saying it.
No, I know. I don't know.
I think her saying a different swear would have been funnier. I think it's too predictable of being like, the kid said the F word. Oh my gosh.
I just think that, I don't know, second time was unnecessary. We already understood the joke.
Yeah. But in the contract it says you have to say it one more time.
Skittles was like, you have to say, taste the rainbow twice.
Or you're not getting your money for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
We're the directors now.
Is there a yellow, like, Shazam character?
Is that just Black Adam?
Oh.
I don't think
Black Adam's black.
With yellow.
You know, thinking about it,
Everybody has a little bit of yellow on theirs.
I know. Well, I was about to say I don't think they would have a yellow one. Just have a yellow on it
Because
there's a gray one and a black one, like for the suits. So it's like I don't think they would do like a yellow, like a double yellow.
There's no yellow.
Because there's red.
Because if there isn't,
why are there two reds then?
Because there's.
They could have made it white if they were gonna have black and gray in there. They could have had a white in there.
So let's do this. Let's look at them. Oh yeah, so they
Shazam.
have. I think they have green, which is Pedro's.
Mm-hmm.
Red and red for Megan. Mary. Yeah, Mary.
Megan.
Megan Good is the.
Oh, it's the actor.
It's the actor.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Darla.
Oh,
Darla.
So, let me hit you guys with this question. Hear me out. Is that why Darla gives Hespera the yellow Skittles? Is because there is no yellow?
No, because she's like, this is my least favorite yellow
I
one.
feel like that's a common thing with candy. Is like a lot of people don't like the yellow candy.
Because it's usually lemon.
Lemon or bananas.
Yeah.
Nobody likes the lemon or bananas.
Sam, she even said, yeah, I feel bad that you're in here, so I'm going to give you some Skittles, but I'm only going to give you the yellow ones because I don't like them.
But I think it's hilarious, though, that how big that bowl of Skittles is. Like, how many...
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine how big that other bowl is with, like, the rest of the Skittles that they use?
They're probably the same size.
No.
With the same amount.
Well, no, like, they have all of the Skittles in one bowl. Mm-hmm. And then there's a separate bowl just for the yellow
They
ones.
probably had, like, 5 bags.
Like, how many of the family-sized Skittles...
Mr. Owl, how many Skittles?
How many Skittles can fill this bowl up?
A 1, a 2, and a 50 of them.
1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 5.
There's 5 whole Skittles in that bowl.
Wow. Do we want to talk about anything else?
You started to talk about the dragon.
Oh yeah, and the monsters.
Oh, hear me out. What's the deal with Freddy? Suddenly,
Being a punk.
No, I like Freddy. Freddy's good. What's the deal with Freddy being like able to withstand the powers of chaos and then also being able to take on like the dragon, like not having
fear in his eyes?
Is that what he does?
Yeah, the dragon like
he emanates
fear. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You should add in the kung pao of like the guys be like, oh.
Oh.
Just add it in there with us going like, oh.
Just layer it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's some whole thing of him being bullied and something.
It's because he's bullied and a cripple.
Wow. Yeah, something like that. I can't remember the line, but he's like,
I don't think he withstands it. I think
he just deals with it.
no, when the dragon like does that, like just emanates fear. I think it's just supposed to paralyze the person until the dragon eats them. Because the dragon was like walking up and was gonna eat him.
But like.
Instead of using fire, which would have been
yeah, my thoughts exactly.
Way to kill him, but I mean,
but it looked like I don't know. That's silly.
I liked it. I like the dragon.
I like how it's made of wood, and I'm so happy that they say like, because I sat there and I was like, oh cool, it's just a design look of it that it looks like wood, but it's not really wood. But then Shazam's like. A dragon made of wood that breathes fire? That's not really effective, don't you think?
You think it's just gonna destroy itself? I like how at the beginning of the movie they were all pumped to fight a dragon or something. And then they're like, now that a dragon's in play, I don't think I want to do this anymore.
I hate it here.
Oh, did you notice that they took out the line where it's like, I just threw a bus at a train. I just threw a bus at a dragon. I love my life. They completely cut that out.
I think that was only for trailers.
Well, they usually put in stuff that...
No, there's some...
Stuff for trailers, I feel like sometimes
yeah.
you don't put in the movie.
Yeah, because like Entangled, there's a part where Flynn Rider's like, no, Rapunzel, let down your hair, please. And then he dies.
In the trailer?
Yeah. She threw it, like, he gets, like, the...
It just plops on him?
Yeah, all of her hair. And then Maximus is like, oh.
I don't know what you're talking about. Wow.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
I will show you right now.
We can look at it later.
Yeah, okay, well, you can keep going, but...
Do we have any other thoughts on the movie?
I didn't exactly like the ending of it. Like, just how he dies, but then they're like, dude, he's not actually dead, though. Whoa.
So
at first I was like, man, what a ballsy move of them killing him.
And then, which was blasting. It was so loud. Like my ears were ringing at that part, and like
yeah, because it's the coolest song, and it was loud because it was super quiet because it was a big sad part, and you needed it to be quiet.
Like you couldn't even hear anybody speak. It's just like and put in the music while I'm saying it. It's just like.
Whoa, Bane, is that you?
No.
I think I like the line of him talking to Wonder Woman, being like, I know that your dad is Zeus and everything, and part of my name is Zeus, so I'm sorry that I stole his powers, but please, no hard feelings. And she's like, boy, I'm already leaving. I'm already gone.
That's not what he says.
It's something like that.
He's like, I know I have the power of your father flowing through me, but that doesn't make us related, so we can date. That's what he says.
Even better. Even better.
Oh my gosh.
What, from no hard feelings to let's date?
So we're not related, I promise.
Okay.
What?
Does anybody not see the problem with these women who are over 1,000 years old at least trying to get with these 17-year-olds?
It's just one person, Sam.
But still, is that not a problem? Does that not raise any problems?
I mean, yeah, it's weird, but then it's like, that doesn't have, like, I say here, like, I don't know what to even do in that kind of situation.
What do you mean? It's the same thing.
No, it's weird no matter what, because they're, like, thousands of years old. And
oh,
it's like,
but she looks like she's 17.
No, stop, because it's
so
like,
it's fine.
no, it's like, they're thousands of years old, so, like, where's the cutoff for them? Like, I feel like even 18, it's like, you're a grandma to me.
But, I don't know, you're still, like, 6,000 years old.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like, oh, well, they look 18, so it should be fine. That's not what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, it's weird, but I don't know how to do this.
They kind of say it in the movie, though. They're like, this suddenly seems inappropriate.
Yeah, because it is.
The mom is even like, what is our sons with older women?
No, it was
what
the dad,
cuss?
but
Yeah.
the dad's like, does anybody else find this weird? But absolutely wild. Because
Yeah.
Wonder Woman didn't say like, hey, you're a boy. And I'm like over 1,000 years old. And then...
She just didn't want to hurt his feelings, so she just let him down easy, I feel like.
Oh, fair.
was
Just
just-
like in that one movie, Blank Check. I was about to say Paycheck, Blank Check.
No, there's a difference between there. There's a difference
She was into it in that one.
Wonder Woman was like, sorry, kid, you're not old enough. Thanks for trying, though. Bye.
While
And then-
the lady
and then
from
lady
Blank
from-
Check was just like, I wish you
Call
were
me-
older.
Call me in 10 years. Wow.
So, Blank Check lady is more like Anne in this movie and being like, I'm gonna kiss you, even though you're still not of age yet, but I'm gonna smack lips with you, even though I'm
Ugh.
6,000 years old.
Ugh.
And why doesn't she look old? Like Lucy Liu and Helen
I
Mirren.
think the other two are like substantially older. Like she's
Hey, and
6,000,
Shazam-
but they might be like 10,000.
10,000 years!
I mean, and Zachary Levi's also just like, yeah, how are you guys related? Like, you guys are sisters, but you guys are, like, significantly older than one another.
And different races. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, they all could be stepsisters,
I mean,
as
I
far as
guess.
we know.
Who knows?
They all have a dad named Atlas.
No, but their mom was Meg. Right?
Huh?
No, it was one of the people.
Hold on.
Whatever. What is Meg?
What do you mean?
Megora? What was her?
Megara?
Yeah.
What about her?
What is she?
Like from Hercules,
Yeah.
like the animated
No,
movie?
like
Or-
in mythology.
Like the Disney movie?
What is she?
Hold on, Fury, but they...
Okay.
No,
Because
hold on,
one
it
of
is-
the Furies is she's married to.
The Muppet Man.
Yeah, she's married to the Atlas Man.
Hold on, I'm seeing... Because... So the only person that has a thing of like what their parents are is Anthea. And her thing is that she's daughter of Zeus and Eurynomé, the goddess of the swamps.
Is that from? Like is that in the? I feel like in the movie.
It's
They're
what they're
all-
inspired. Like that's what she's inspired by. But
But
this
that's not
this
what-
article doesn't say. Whoa, get a hold of that guy. It's Atlas. Flop or not, get out of here.
Okay, it doesn't
Get a
matter.
hold of that guy. It's Atlas.
So I'm pretty sure in the movie.
It says nothing about the mother.
What?
This is only the dad. They only talk about Atlas, not their mother.
I thought they did talk about their mother,
No.
but I guess not. I guess not.
I don't know.
That could have been something else I watched recently.
Hidden House 65.
Okay, that took transition.
Well, what did I always say about Shazam?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yep.
If that's okay.
Yeah.
The last like battle sequence, I think, was like probably one of the like the cinematography for like the action shots in the movie were really good.
Mm-hmm.
And like just at the very end when they're in the stadium and then it's like the sun has gone down, so it's just like pitch black, but like the only light that like is on the screen is like his lightning symbol, and then like just the flashes of like
Dude.
lightning, and then like you can see the dragon getting closer, so like the blue light starts emanating more, and just all the shots of like I like just how they turned up the the glowing for like the blue and stuff, and like everything else.
It's pretty cool.
It was cool shots.
Mm-hmm. I do like, just like at parts of the movie, they like totally reference stuff from later in the movie, because like the unicorn stuff where like Darla has a diorama of unicorns killing like Genghis Khan. And then
wait, what? I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's like very beginning.
Yeah.
And then also the Skittles of like just her being like, I put Skittles in her pocket to prank her, and then later on, I can't remember what happens at that part, but Billy's like in his room. And it's like one of those balls where like you put your hand on it and then it has like the electricity going to your fingertips. And it blows up because of the electricity. And it totally references the dome at the beginning or the end.
That's called foreshadowing.
I know, I love it.
That's cool for your house.
That's I didn't do that. But yeah, I love it. I know that some people like really hate it, but it's also like you gotta do it right. Like if it's gonna be like super like, it's a foreshadowing. Oh, we don't know that. And then it's like, yeah, you knew this whole time.
Yeah.
But this one, I feel like it did it pretty good. Because I feel like it like blended everything in. Like you wouldn't sit there and be like, yeah, the Skittles, that's what's gonna make the unicorns like them, or she's gonna blow up the city just like how he blew up the ball, and the Skittles, the unicorns are gonna be the ones that kill everyone.
Yeah.
They're gonna be the most powerful creatures ever.
The cake on the base.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you have another comment, Sam?
No.
I am baffled by the foreshadowing that you saw in the movie.
I also thought something that was weird. I thought it was weird that they introduced that teacher character just to make him commit suicide.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was weird.
He was like off-brand. What's his name?
It was just super intense. I don't know. I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
It was intense and unnecessary. And it wasn't even like, oh, she's such an imposing threat. But you know that she's an imposing threat.
I think it was the movie's way of showing like the family, like, oh, these guys are
Not messing around.
Yeah. Because like when he...
But you already see that he's this super powerful being, and then you see the power just stripped away. That means I don't know. I just didn't like it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I got nothing else to say about the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been going for a bit.
Yeah. But also we had a lot of giggles.
Yeah.
Giggle fest for like 15 minutes, probably.
Giggle face.
Hayden, what's your thoughts on the 65?
Well...
You are a dinosaur man. What rank the dinosaurs out of the history and nope.
So,
Okay.
My ranking.
I understand, Schmidt. It's okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I'm picking up what you're putting down there, sister. So watching the movie first, the design of the dinosaurs is, well, I won't talk about that first. I'll just kind of do like a brief thing on like synopsis on it. So basically, and it's not really spoiler because it legit happens in the first. None of the trailers give this away, but it happens in the first like 1 to 2 minutes in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Driver's character is an alien, apparently. Him and his family.
I forgot that it's Adam Driver.
Not Keanu Reeves.
No, like I just forgot it was him. I was like, it's a dinosaur movie and that's it. That's all that matters.
Yeah. But basically, it just states that like before there were humans, that there are aliens that are exploring the galaxy and stuff. And then so this movie, he is going to a distant planet to help his family, but ends up crashing on Earth 65 million years ago, which is during the dinosaur age. But it's like right before the K2 or something like that extinction event, basically when the big asteroid hit Earth and all the dinosaurs went extinct.
Back when they got injected from
And then so he crashes, and then him and this little girl only like survivors, and then they have to go and find an escape pod that's like on the other, like really far away on Earth. And then stuff ensues from there.
Oh, dinosaur shenanigans.
Yeah. And do you guys? I don't know how spoiler heavy you want me to be.
I
since
do
you
not
wanna
care.
use-
I do not care.
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, I don't mind.
So basically, like, I'm surprised this movie didn't come out closer to summer, because it's just basically like a summer blockbuster type movie.
Yeah.
Because it's the producers of Quiet Place, I believe. And so like, and it had it's a pretty big like budget film for like dinosaur stuff that's not Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. And I feel like out of all the movies I've seen this year, it's the lowest, not because it was necessarily a bad movie. It was an okay movie. I like that it didn't push the boundaries necessarily of like trying to be something that it knows it's not. But then there's a big thing with like, if you are someone who is into paleo accuracy and like that is like media depicting dinosaurs on how like they should be depicted, this is more of I'd say it's more of like a sci-fi movie than like a dinosaur movie. Because going into it, once they started showing designs of the dinosaurs, a lot of them are very similar, and they're very very alien-ish. And so like after watching the movie, I was thinking, well, okay, he's an alien who crashed on Earth, so maybe like
it's like the creativeness of it.
The creativeness, they like took a creative
liberties.
Liberty with him being like, and just being like, oh, like this is what his depiction of like creatures from another planet would be. They're more alien-esque than and then than they are. But then I heard something and got the big slap oof that apparently the producers and stuff were like, oh, we're really big fans of like dinosaurs, and we want to be as accurate to how they are as we can. So here you go. And then I'll just say there is, at the very end of the movie, there is a dinosaur shown, which I believe is shown in the trailers, but you don't know it's that same dinosaur because they show basically like a T-Rex dinosaur. And then it gets like switched up and you're like, oh, that's not the T-Rex dinosaur, that's a different dinosaur. But the like liberties they took were like a little too far. And you're like, what the heck is that, bro?
Yeah.
That ain't no dinosaur I've ever seen.
That's a funky looking lizard.
So what you're saying is that you're like the kid from Mitchell's versus the Machines, and you just went into this place being excited because dinosaurs, and then you see the monstrosity that this dinosaur was.
I went into the movie, I would just say with this movie, don't go in with high expectations, and if you do like dinosaurs and dinosaur media, it's not necessarily a movie for you. But if you just go into it like thinking like, oh, this is a fun like sci-fi movie, then it was a good movie. Like it wasn't bad. Like there wasn't some, like, I wouldn't necessarily change some of the stuff from the aspects other than if like the only thing that bothers me now knowing is they try to make it paleo accurate, but it's not. It's kind of like they did their research just based off of like popular dinosaur media, which would be like Jurassic Park and stuff, which is not paleo accurate.
Yeah.
overall, like I said, it's not a horrible movie, but it did what it wanted to do, and
Mm-hmm.
and there were some parts in it that like, so he has a daughter and a wife, and he's going to like that other planet to like help with a family situation, and to get something for his daughter, and then there's a part with the daughter later on in the movie. I wish they would have dwelled more on it, but it kind of goes throughout the movie. He speaks English, but it's like supposed to be alien, whatever. But he doesn't speak the same language as the little girl, so that's like there's a big barrier throughout the whole movie, like him trying to communicate with her.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some pretty cool like shots and like how some of the scenes were filmed. Like there's a scene where they're in this cave and there's this dinosaur that kind of follows them up to a point in the cave, and then he has this like, I don't even remember what. Oh, it's like he has like this thing that projects like what's around him. So like in the dark, he can kind of like see objects moving around him, but it's like kind of like granular.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So like he's like in the cave looking forward, and then like in this projector, like all of a sudden he can kind of see a figure like slowly, but it only shows like the projector. It doesn't show his face looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the projector falls on the like cave ground, and like it just shows like him fighting the dinosaur through the perspective of the projector instead of like actually seeing it. So there's some scenes in there that are like pretty cool like that and stuff, and just like with Shazam, I were talking about foreshadowing. There was some foreshadowing, like how some of the dinosaurs like, and that's one thing that if you're gonna compare it to like something like Jurassic Park, which is a bigger budget like dinosaur film.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I like about Jurassic Park that like was kind of like disappointing that they didn't have in this movie is there was no parts in this movie. Everything on Earth was just like out to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And like in Jurassic Park, they have a good balance. I feel like of like the majesty of like dinosaurs and like, oh, these creatures are like can be peaceful and they're beautiful and like this, and then like they're also like you need to respect them because they're not like some of them are too powerful.
Mm-hmm.
But with this, it was just like everything's a movie monster that wants to kill you, and like,
It
that was kind of disappointing.
Instead of all the dinosaurs having fight or flight, it was just fight or fight.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's the only thing that's kind of disappointing. I wish there was more.
Pretty good joke, Amy.
Thanks.
Everything was like.
Thanks for laughing.
Everything was like carnivorous and like just meat eaters that were trying to kill you, but there was like no peaceful dinosaurs like on that he like interacted with, which wish there would have been like more moments in that, which because it kind of feels like in media, like media's trying to get away from the aspect of dinosaurs being monsters, but this movie was kind of like whatever, we don't care.
Jump scare. Yeah. Someone just edit Adam Driver in this scene in the first Jurassic Park where they're in the tree and feed the log neck. Yeah. Yeah.
Also,
why are you looking at me like that?
Also, Adam Driver, I haven't seen a lot of movies he's in, but he heavy breathes in this movie and it made me way uncomfortable like the whole time. He's like
he's breathing down my neck.
He's just like just like loud breathes like that in some situations. There's some situations you won't even like out of breath really. You just be like, I don't know. I don't know if that's just him personally or if that was like something he was told to do for the movie, but either way, I was like, this needs to stop. It happened too many times throughout the movie.
Hello, Mr. Director. I'm here for my job. What would you like me to do today? Embody Mike Myers right now.
Michael Myers.
Mike Myers. This is Mike Myers.
Wow. That's all I gotta say.
Nice.
Go watch it on a discount day. Is what I'd say. Don't pay like a full like Saturday admission for it. Like you got a discount day at the theater.
Like we do.
It's a good.
Tuesdays are a good day.
Yeah, it's a good. It's a good turn your brain off kind of movie. That's what I kind of went into it like thinking. I'm like, I'm just gonna turn my brain off. I'm sure there's a lot of like not like over the top like good movie thing. I don't know.
It's not like, man, greatest picture of the year.
Yeah, like it was just the CGI in it actually was pretty good in some places. Like some of the CGI was like looked really real. I was pretty impressed with some of the CGI in it though.
Yeah, because in the trailers it looks good, but like they're like, yeah, it looks pretty. That's it. I can't remember the dialogue for it. I think I've only seen it like whenever we've gone to the theater and they have like the little TVs in like the lobby area. I don't think I've seen it like when we're sitting waiting for a movie to start.
Yeah.
Or just on
I don't
TV.
think I watched a trailer for it.
Yeah.
But
That they can't remember.
I can't remember. So should we move on to the final movie of this episode?
Oh, D&D?
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons: Among Thieves.
Ugh.
We just watched that like right before we got back from it, like just barely. So it's still pretty.
Wow.
It's still pretty fresh. So.
Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I was like, oh, this is just gonna be a fun little movie, not gonna be anything crazy spectacular. And then this was months ago when they first announced it. I'm like, oh, I'm totally gonna watch it because that'd be funny because it's Dungeons and Dragons. Already, everybody who's a nerd should go watch it.
Ew.
We're gonna have all the people who pull out their D20s and start rolling and be like, this is what is gonna happen after this scene. But I don't know. I had a lot of fun with it. I saw reviews for it, and me and some of my roommates were talking, and we're like, bro, this movie could actually be insane. Like it could be like really good. And so I don't know. I went in with higher hopes, and I was impressed by it. I really liked it.
Yeah. I was kind of expecting nothing. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go in here. I'm not going to really look at anything. And we'll just see what happens.
Yeah. So basically, a quick little description of what the movie is. So Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves is basically about this bard who's played by Chris Pine. Him and this like barbarian lady, who's played. Okay, I need to pull up the IMDb. So
I know
just
that's
don't,
what I'm doing.
Let's pull it up. D&D movie. So basically, there's Edgin, who's played by Chris Pine, and then Holga is played by Michelle Rodriguez, which Michelle Rodriguez didn't think she was in this movie. Didn't think she'd be interested in a movie like this, but basically,
she's such a fun character.
Yeah. So Chris Pine's character Edgin, he finds out about he wants to him and Holga have been in jail for like 2 years, and they've been separated from
the rest of their group.
Yeah, the rest of their group, and also more importantly his daughter, and so they break out at the very beginning. They break out of jail at the very beginning, and basically what they're doing is trying to get this daughter back. But
misadventures ensue.
Of dice rolling and seeing unlucky whatever's happened and super lucky whatever's happened.
It doesn't happen. I was kind of hoping to get the whole time I thought that they were gonna go back and forth between like the actors doing their thing and they're like doing this like Dungeons
the campaign.
Doing the campaign, and then going back and forth between like what they imagine the campaign is, and then to like a table with all these people playing the campaign
Sort
and
of
then like
like,
rolling the dice. Like Lego Movie. That's what I think
exactly.
of. Yeah. But then it wasn't that, which made me kind of sad. But then I was like, you know, the movie was good as it was, though. Like, I'm not super mad that it didn't happen. I was just like, oh, okay, that's what I thought was gonna happen.
I thought so at the beginning they're talking about like what's his name is giving his little speech.
Oh yeah, and they're waiting for the
they-
guy to get there.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, is this supposed to be one of the people that's in game, but they're like gone, but they don't have a lot of time, so they're gonna actually continue the campaign without him. But that never was made into anything.
Well, I also sat there like the cleric guy, Zenk or Yendar.
Yeah, Yendar.
Yeah, I thought like I totally sat there
Wait,
and I was
Yendar
like,
the paladin?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I meant.
Yeah.
But I totally sat there like, oh yeah, they're gonna reveal that like that was like the dungeon master's character to like help like the rest of the people get to like a certain
Just
spot.
course correct.
Yeah, because he totally gives that vibe, and like the way that he talks, it's like, yeah, that's what I'd imagine like
Because I feel like
someone talk about.
I feel like the DM is either that or it's like the dragonfly that flies around throughout the movie.
Oh yeah,
But
I saw the dragonfly as like his wife that died, and just I took a more sweeter tone to it, while you're just like, that's the DM right there.
Yeah. But not to get too far into spoilers. I don't know. This movie was pretty fun, just seeing all the little shenanigans. I loved the cast of this movie. I think the cast of this movie worked so well. Like, it's...
I feel like I had no problem with anyone.
Yeah, like
everyone
part of me
good.
was like, I wasn't a big fan of Forge, the like Hugh Grant's character. Like some of his jokes didn't really land for me.
To me, I was just like, this guy's a punk and I hate him. But then I sat there like, okay, that's how he's put, like that's his character in the movie.
Yeah, because he's a con man.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And I did sort of think the villain was weak, like the wizard.
Yeah, Safina.
I thought she was. I
Well,
thought
like,
she was okay.
There's a part where they show her talking to like the devil.
Oh yeah.
Which that looked super creepy. How you could like barely see him, like it was like a silhouette in like a dark corner. Yeah. And I don't know what the heck they were saying. I was too busy trying to make a joke to him. So I don't know what they were talking about. But then he never comes up.
Yeah.
Well, they show him in a flashback.
Oh, is that guy?
Yeah.
He's the reason that like at the first time when he has like the cone or whatever, he's the one that does that.
Oh.
He's the one that like
causes
does the coup,
starts
which
has the scarlet rot.
Vecna.
Is that the same actor?
Wait. Yeah. Hold up. Let's see.
I forget that those Stranger Things is also.
Trying to watch it,
no, I don't think it's Vecna.
The guy that like overthrows like the group or whatever.
I feel. Huh?
Because I was trying to see how many like Stranger
is it
Things
Drawless?
and stuff. There wasn't it, but.
Sam, they have a Dungeons and Dragons movie that's in the year 2000.
Yeah, I saw that like today. I'm like, man, we could have
compared the two. Yeah. That would have been pretty good. Too bad it's not gonna happen anymore.
Nope. Yeah.
I would imagine they would also like try not to like get like. It sucks because it's like, yeah, these are D&D characters that they're using in. I was gonna say Spy Kids, Stranger Things.
Yeah, I think
so. It's hard to. I also look at the copyright stuff because it's like, would like, if Stranger Things did copyright it, then what the heck? Like, I don't know, man. And then it's also just another thing where it's like, yeah, we're copying, or like people that watch Stranger Things is like, dude, this movie's copying all these characters from my movie Stranger Things. When it's like, no, it's part of D&D. But yeah, I really like the effects in this movie. Like, and I love the use of practical effects for, like, some of the, like, animalistic type characters. Like, they didn't, like, use CG for everything, and we're just like, yeah, we're gonna use all of it. I like the cheesiness of the puppets. No, it's good. I love it.
What, when the fish gave birth to the cat?
The CG was really good in this, but the fact that the CG was so good, the puppetry was like not up to par. So it was super noticeable.
It was weird.
Like, it was weird.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Well, like what was weird too is like the bird guy that they're waiting on in the very beginning when they push him out the window. And but his head is like animatronic, but like the rest of him CGI. So it was just like, to me, it just didn't mix well. It just looked weird. Like, you can tell where the difference was. Like it wasn't like.
I feel like
clean cut.
I feel like for this movie it works, but like, cause just thinking about like Thor: Love and Thunder, how the beginning fight scene, it's like there's these bird like puppet creatures.
But I thought that worked. I was totally fine with it. No, it does not. No, I was fine with it.
When the rest of the movie is all CG, but then there's these one characters that are puppets.
That's the same exact thing.
No, I hate it because they use more puppets in this movie.
What, the two cats and the fish?
No, because then there's the bird guy at the beginning, and then there's like that reptilian type guy that's also in like that lineup.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's a few of those kind of looking characters throughout the movie, so it's like, okay, all those guys are practical, and they're not going to CG these people to horses. They're going to use actual horses.
Oh, and then also all the dead people in that one scene.
Yeah, they used actual dead people.
They used actual corpses.
Whoa. Because I love, there's so many good, like, one-shots. I don't know how one-shot they are, but, like, the scene where, what's her name? The girl that can turn into all the animals. I keep on just wanting to call her Beverly, because that's the actress that plays her.
It is...
Doric. Yeah,
Doric. But the scene where she is spying on Safina and like seeing where like the vault is, what?
That scene.
Yeah.
When she just screams at her.
I forgot dude, that kind of scared me. She like pointed right at me and was screaming at me. And I was like, no, get her away!
What did I do?
But I love that whole like one shot. Stop. I love that whole one shot of her running, and it's just showing her turning into all these different animals and trying to like run away.
Yeah,
like there isn't like a cut with it.
Well, it's all CG.
Well,
so,
yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. It's like
that's all they can do one shot.
Yeah, well, that's why I was like, do a one shot. It's not like Halloween 2018 where the one shot is like the camera following Michael Myers going through the neighborhood for like 2 minutes or something.
Yeah. Which that's probably not even one shot. They have like things that cover the screen and like wipe across the screen. And that's like...
Well, I can't remember.
Like, if you're walking through a doorway, that's usually like a screen wipe of like, oh, we're starting a new scene here. That's a cut.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel like it wouldn't be anything crazy like 1970.
1917?
That's what I meant, yeah. Where like they had crazy transitions.
Yeah.
And like you wouldn't notice it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked a lot of the shots in this movie. Like the beginning, like not the beginning scene, but the scene where you first meet Justice Smith's character.
I thought you said Joseph Smith.
No, Justice
Smith. Yeah.
But like when he makes everyone go upside down and like they stay upside down, but like the screen doesn't like flip with them, so they're upright.
Mm-hmm.
It shows them upside down running around like that. I love that. And there's just a bunch of shots that were done super fun.
Yeah, I
like
thought
just twisting around.
it was very fun. I don't know if we're already past that.
I've been going back and forth everywhere, so.
Well, I don't know if we're past the point of like spoilers. But I don't know. This
we
is
can
a good
go into spoilers.
Yeah, let's get into spoilers now.
Watch the movie.
Yeah, go watch it.
baby.
It's actually really good. I think it's my favorite movie of the year so far, given that we've only watched 3 movies.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Considering that we're only in like month 3.
Yeah.
Just kidding, month 4.
We're just starting the big phase of like movies coming out. Like, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, spoilers.
Yeah. Some of my favorite moments was that Justice Smith. I've always been like, I was a little iffy on him. I was like, oh, he tries too hard in Pokemon, like Detective Pikachu.
I love him.
And what was the movie that he was? I really liked him in Jurassic Park for the 5 seconds I was awake for.
Jurassic World?
Jurassic World. Oh, no. I thought he was so funny. I thought he was good.
I remember that movie came out. Link was like, Amy, look, that's you because you're a nerd just like him. And I was like, yeah!
I'm like, you shut up, you nerd. Link is more of a nerd than all of us.
Yeah, we're calling you out.
Thoughts about Justice Smith, but that
in this movie or
any movie he's in.
Dude, he was in The Quarry, and he had like a more serious role in the game. I don't know if I said a movie, but
you almost said movie, I think.
Yeah, but he's in that game, and he's more serious in that. And I'm like, you know what, you're pretty good.
No,
that's still a no.
Okay, he was my favorite character in this movie. I think.
I'm kind of upset because they're like typecasting him as like this nerdy guy with all the all the movies that he's been in. He's just been like this like insecure nerd character.
Well, he's a newer. Wasn't his first movie Detective Pikachu?
It was.
I don't know.
He was in Jurassic World before Detective.
Oh, was that before? Okay.
I think they came out like same summer though. I think it was the same year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I don't know. I like him. I don't have too many problems with him.
I don't like the typecasting that they put him in. If he did something other than just insecure nerdy kid,
That's why I like him in The Quarry, because he's like basically one of the main characters, and he's like more serious, and he's just like, guys, these werewolves suck. We need to get out of here right now.
That sounds like something he would say in this movie if there were werewolves.
Yeah.
Guys, this sucks. We need to get out of here.
Sucks. Yeah.
Why are we here? No, I think his whole arc was probably the best arc of the entire movie.
Not considering Chris Pine.
What do you mean?
If Chris Pine's if his wasn't more delved in, it was Justice Smith's that was up next.
Oh yeah,
the most delved into.
Simon's character, yeah.
Oh, that's his name.
Yeah,
I was
Simon.
like, Simon who? What
Simon
actor?
Cowell,
bro.
Simon Cowell comes in. He's just like,
you suck. Your singing sucks, babe.
We're not here, bro, to sing or whatever.
James Corden.
Yeah, that is James Corden, actually. Thanks for noticing.
Yeah,
I can't do a good impersonation of him.
I don't know what Simon Cowell sounds like. All that I know is that he's British and he hates everyone.
Well, if I try to do a lower tone, if I try to do a lower tone version of my British accent,
oh, you blokes suck.
It would just turn into, I'm New Zealander now. Wow. I feel like I would turn into a New Zealander, but that's not Simon Cowell.
Okay.
But that's besides the point. I don't know. I thought I really liked him and all of his opening, when you first see him doing his little magic show and people being like, dude, you suck. You call this magic? My 5-year-old can.
What was the first thing that he said?
He's He's like, nothing. You can't put a candle to this.
You can't light a candle to this trick.
Yeah, and it's literally just like it's like the one scene
like
from
an illusion.
Fantastic Four where Chris Evans just like snaps his finger and then he's just like, whoa.
No, it's like they were trying, like, he's like a magician, but he has like a lighter like behind his finger so it looks like his finger's on fire, but there's just a lighter behind his finger. Oh. You guys would like the smell of fresh grass clippings?
He's like, it's better to be a little blurry than fully blurry, am I right? And he just,
It's so good.
but yeah.
That's me as a magician.
Well, it like makes sense because they're like, do we really want to hire this guy?
This guy sucks.
But then you see him like taking everybody's like jewelry and whatever. Money. But,
We haven't seen him in 2 years. He's probably improved.
yeah. I didn't like the only thing I really didn't like was the over amount of like backstory. Like, oh, flashback to this. And then we're back in the movie for like 5 seconds. Flashback to this. Oh, let me tell you about how this really big red horn is like really bad for some reason. And then be
I
like,
can only think of like a few parts where they did that.
Was it me or was I think it was just me because I could have sworn that small guy. This is totally random. To a different scene. Was the small dude not Bradley Cooper?
Yeah, I thought it was.
I like part of me was like, yeah, it's Bradley Cooper, but then he started
Bradley
speaking.
Cooper looks
I'm
different
like,
in everything that I see him in, so I don't know what he looks like anymore.
What was that character's name? So like Marvin or something like that.
It starts with an M.
This movie has a nomination.
Already?
Yeah. Both of us saying already?
I don't.
SXSW Film Festival.
There's no characters that start with an M.
I wonder, since like the movie just came out, they probably hid some like casting stuff. I wonder.
But he's not somebody that would.
I thought it was Tobias that was her husband.
I'm like pretty sure it started with an M.
Who's Lord Neverember?
Is that the
That's
king?
the old king.
The one that wakes up and is like, duh,
is
that like
that his name because it's like never remember? It's never remember.
That's pretty good. Dude, I loved the chubby dragon. It was so cute.
The fat dragon was a little much.
Now we're talking about it. There's only 2 scenes in this movie besides like those characters that are like half dragon, half people.
Mm-hmm.
For a movie that's called Dungeons and Dragons, there's only 2 scenes with dragons in it.
Okay.
One of them is like 10 seconds. There's legit like barely any dragons in this movie.
So Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, so Dungeons and Dragons isn't just Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, but you think.
No,
Dungeons and Dragons isn't known for their Dungeons and Dragons.
I love my chubby dragon. He's so stinking cute.
I was about to be. That's like what I was thinking though. I'm like, I wonder if people who have no idea what Dungeons and Dragons is gonna be like. Yeah.
There's no dungeons in this movie, and there's barely any dragons in it too. What kind of marketing is this?
Is the place where the dragon is not a dungeon?
That's kind of.
It's like a cave.
With a box of scraps. Immediate wheeze.
The squeaks.
like,
Do
okay, there is something that I love that, like, some little thing that, I don't know why I love this so much, but the look of, like, the lightning bolts and, like, the electricity in this, I've never loved something more,
I
like,
can't remember what they look like.
okay, no, they were
Oops.
just bright and, like, cool looking, and instead of, I
Sam,
don't know.
that's the problem. I can't remember any lightning in this movie.
You don't?
No.
Okay. It was, like, I don't know, it's not like, it felt different from...
It's not the same as ShamWow.
Yeah, way different from
Shamu.
Shamu, Fury of the Gods.
Fury of the Dogs.
Also, it is Bradley Cooper.
It is Bradley
Is
Cooper?
it?
He's
Okay.
just not credited in the things for some reason. IMDb.
Yeah. It might be like
I don't know, I
kind of
like
early for them.
So this is like,
Oh.
that's more of what it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like the purpley tone to it.
Yeah. Like, it looks like all of the little electricity. I like the look of the electricity in this movie. It just felt different from, like, Star Wars or, like,
Like, I feel like Star Wars is... I'm also just thinking of, like, the old ones where it's, like, goofy, cartoony looking
Well, that's
lightning.
all that
But-
it is. But,
Yeah.
the magic was sick. I thought the magic was cool. Like... Okay, but some of the things that happen, like, because I know how Dungeons and Dragons vaguely work, just like the mechanics of, like, oh, you're going to try to do something, you roll the dice, and depending on what number you get, this happens.
Like, anywhere from 1 to 20, it's
Yeah.
either going to be you're going to do a terrible job or you're going to do a really good job.
Well, like, it was just funny, like, seeing some of the moments where it's like, oh, yeah, that was totally a terrible roll. Like,
Yeah.
when they stand up to, like, run away from, or when they try to, like, run away from, or sneak past the guards with, like, the illusion that Chris Pine's, like, playing the lute.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, you see, they totally rolled a 1. And the cast started, like, to not work. And then all of a sudden his foot got stuck in the ground in a hole that was not there. And then...
I can see it being like a 3. He rolled a 3 because they, like... If it was a 1, they would have not gotten in there.
Well,
But...
they could have rolled again trying to get out, and then they got out
like just
of
doing the
it.
spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably rolled for the illusion, and then they probably rolled again for evasion, and everybody rolled fine except for Simon.
Yeah.
And
I can
all you
also
D&D nerds get mad at me because I don't fully know how this works, but I don't know.
I also think, like, a funny idea, like, just with the what's his name, the guy that we were like, yeah, that's the dungeon master, and he's just this character, and then he leaves.
Oh, the paladin?
Yeah, paladin, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, that's not his name, but
well,
that's
yeah,
like
but that's
his
what it,
role.
yeah.
It
Yeah,
started
anyways,
with
like
an F,
an F?
I think.
No.
Nope, it
Wasn't
doesn't.
an F?
It's Zenkiendar.
Okay. But yeah, there's a part where they're in, like, the cave and they're trying to get the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's explaining how, like, the bridge works, I can totally see it being like, yeah, the dungeon master, like, made this, like, elaborate, like setup, like, on, like, the table or, like, the mat. And he made, like, this cool looking bridge, and then Simon just accidentally knocks it over, so they're like, what are we gonna do now? And just the dungeon master being like, dude, that took me 3 hours to build, and you destroyed it in 1 second. And just them coming up with, like, a random thing.
So when I tried to do a campaign, like, what, 6 months ago? Me and some of my work friends were like, yo, let's start a D&D like campaign, because there's this one guy who's like super into it, and that was like his only personality trait that we got out of him. So we're like, yo,
let's try it out.
Yeah, let's do it. And we did 2 sessions, I think. We created our characters. And then we did one campaign run, or like one run in the campaign. And then we all just couldn't ever meet up again. Like, schedules just got weird.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad, because he's like, the guy who was making it for us, he's like, oh, I gotta prepare a little bit, get it all ready. And it was like a couple weeks. And then all of a sudden it was just like, yeah, I'm ready. And then we just never continued on. But
now here we are.
Here we are, watching Dungeons and Dragons, baby. Woo!
I think it would be fun to do a campaign.
I think it would be fun too, but I just do not have the time or energy to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. There should have been. I don't know. I'm happy about a few things in this movie. Not like following not the normal tropes that some movies do. I thought Holga and Chris Pine.
Yeah, I thought that they were going to make them get together.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you are my true love. And then they kiss at the end. But instead it's just like, this is the mother figure of my daughter. And it's more, it'd be selfless of me. I mean, it would be selfish of me to not bring back someone who is important to not only my daughter's life, but my life as well. Versus just bringing somebody who's only important to my life.
Yeah.
And
I love, like, how it wasn't, like, super delved into, but I like how Olga was like, why'd you bring me back? Like, what the heck?
yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just like how selfless she is. She's just such a fun character, too.
Yeah.
I love that she likes the little tiny guys, too.
Yeah, she's into them short men.
I love when she goes back to her ex's place, and he had his new wife is like just basically her.
Yeah.
It's so good. I love it.
Was that blood on her hand when she was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was just like, something looked off about her, but
That's
and
what
then,
she's like, I'd shake your hand, but she's got blood all over her hand.
Oh, I think I was looking down or not paying attention to that part. Or that specific line. But I think it is funny that at that moment, just moink, moink. At that moment, she realized, she's like, we're doing this mission. We're going to prove these guys wrong. Screw you and my ex or whatever. And screw your stupid wife, too. And she's like, let's just do this thing. And it just seemed like out of jealousy for like a second. Being like, I'm going to make sure that this man wants me back. And then she found
I feel like it was more
man.
like, I need to get over this. I can't be sad about it.
Yeah.
And then she met another little man at the end of the movie.
Yeah, that lip bite, though, was so funny.
I wish they did more with the Beverly's character.
Doric?
Yeah, Doric.
Yeah, I think they should have focused a little bit more on her.
Or gave her more to do other than just being,
being another brute.
Well, not even that, just, like, her whole thing just being like, oh, yeah, you and Simon were together, and then you called him a dork, and he's upset about it.
Well,
and then they end up together at the end of the movie.
Okay, I like the look of that owl bear creature that she turned into. I thought that was sick.
I thought that was going to be, like, the only thing that she turns into, like, just from the trailers, because that's all that they show, and I was like, oh, cool.
But the worst thing, I laughed, and I'm like, that does not look right, was when she was a deer and just like going through the city, and then like spy maneuver, like slides under the drop
that was
door.
so good.
No, that was horrendous.
No, it was so funny. I love it because I sit here and I'm like, yeah, it's goofy looking, but I love it.
I don't like it.
She
I
got-
did not like
That
it.
evasion gun was a 20.
I don't like that they included it just for the
One joke, just be like, yeah, she
Just
turned
say
into a deer.
Say the joke like one more time after they said.
Okay,
it.
I did like the joke. I thought it was
I
okay.
think they.
So
did it
you're
too many
telling
times,
me she turned into a deer in the city?
though. I think if they did it twice, it would have been enough. But the fact that Michelle Rodriguez like said the joke 3 times, then they did it, and then she like, so she did turn into a deer.
Yeah.
It was too many times.
Yeah, there was too many introductions to have less of a payoff.
That's why you just say the joke 3 times. That's when it's good.
You
But if you say it
introduce the
anymore-
joke, you do the joke, then you finish off the joke. That's the three strike rule, and then that joke's out of there.
Yep.
I-
If they had it where like she didn't first mention like, yeah, she should turn into a deer in the city. It should have been like when they first meet her and like she starts to say like, you should, and he's like, no, she's not turning into a deer, and then she turns into a deer in the city, and then I go to them, she's like, she turned into a deer in the city, bruh.
And that makes me think of what happened in that like campaign sesh, being like, "You have to turn into a deer, please!" And they're like, "I guess I'm gonna turn into this deer and roll this die."
Or like that character that's Olga was like gone for that one day when like they had to do like one session of like them doing that. And then the next time she comes back, she's like, "You turned into a deer without me." Now I want to rewatch it just to be like, all right, well, let's see what days, like, what would be like 1 day's worth of like doing the campaign.
So,
Or like making up my own storyline of like what the like people doing the campaign would be doing in the background.
So one thing that like sort of hurt the movie as well, was that they showed like the funniest moments and then like the best action sequence
In the
trailer, like
yeah.
where they're all fighting against the one wizard and like where they're, I don't know, I thought that whole little sequence where you see everyone like sort of like take their, like everybody takes a turn punching them and like whatever. And
even just like when they're in the maze and like one of the chests is a monster.
Yeah.
Like I sat there like when they got into that scene, I was like, oh, one of the chests is gonna be a monster and they're gonna get bamboozled because they were showing like, ooh, the other people are getting weapons. Whoa.
Okay, but that panther monster was sick. That one was sick.
It was.
Like the little, like had the little things that could project. I felt like that was its only power, was that it could project itself, an illusion, and then it just like corners it with the projection, and then it gets him with the actual actually gets him.
I feel like it could have done like some more fun magic stuff, but who knows? They might have just cut stuff out, or
I think they
That's
already
only
did
for
a ton of fun magic stuff, and then they were just like, let's save the really cool magic stuff for the wizards.
Yeah.
Which I know they're called clerics. Everybody, don't get mad at me.
Oof. That means I was saying them wrong.
Well, I think they called the main bad guy a wizard, like she was a wizard. Like, isn't
Or a
that what
mage.
the red witch, the red wizard?
Red wizard.
Yeah, because he was, or is he a mage? No, clerics are like.
I thought clerics were like healers.
Yeah.
Like they were like the church people and they heal people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was also thinking of paladins.
Paladins are just the swordsmen, like the crazy good swordsmen, like the knights.
What?
But yeah. best part of the whole movie, I think, or best joke was also in the trailer. Actually no. The two best comedy sequences is the magic show, and then then this other one being where they have to go talk to all of the dead people.
Yeah, I'm so sad. They did like the first guy that they talked to. They did it for like a little promo thing, and I was
like 5 questions. You gotta.
And he's like, "Does the question start now?" And he's like, "Yes." I love it because in the cast, that dead guy, they're like, "Yeah, it's the yes dead guy," like because that's all that he says is yes.
Yes. Wait, that wasn't a question, was it? Yes. Wait, was that a question? Yes.
That shouldn't count. Like
That shouldn't count, right? Yes.
It's so good.
It's like, you gonna answer this for me, okay? And he's like, okay, yes.
It's like, why'd you put okay at the end of it?
So good.
But I just like that whole bit. Also, like, where they're like, oh yeah, here's all this info, and then I passed off to this guy, and then I died. Like, wait, you died?
I slipped in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We were told you had the helmet. No, that was my brother. Oh, okay.
I love how it's Sven and Ven.
Yeah.
There's names.
And just ask him 2 questions. You can't just leave him like that. Look at him. Somebody please help.
And she's like, what's your favorite color?
What's 2 plus 2? I'm not good at math. Dies.
I'm not gonna.
That's what college feels like, everybody. Just like, what's the answer to this question? I don't know.
Dies.
Oh,
it's
man.
so good. I also love, there's a shot where I think it's them like leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And like the guy's like, wait, that was only 4 questions. But like looking like at the background, you can see all the creeps they dug up. It's so good.
And I don't know, like having that first little question bit reminds me to that one sequence I had. Guys, we're basing this all of my first campaign run, and or my first like 3-hour session, and it was just so funny. Because we walk up to this one guy and we're like, we need to get information out of him. So one guy starts being like very aggressive, but then we're like, hey, stop, we can't be aggressive. And then we look at the DM and he's like looking all confused. I'm like, wait, can he hear us right now? He's like, yep, he can hear you right now, trying to figure this all out. And like we're like planning out the conversation, and they're just like, wait, this is exactly how this question situation is. We're all debating on what questions we should ask, and then overhearing, like the guy's just overhearing all the questions and then saying yes, no, whatever. And
I'm not good at math.
yeah. So good. But yeah. What else should we talk about for this movie?
I don't know. Go watch it.
Yeah, go watch it. I thought it was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything to say, Hayden? Any more? Okay.
Wow.
Well, okay. Okay, before we end, because I have something that happened to me in my life that is very important to me.
Yeah.
So a few episodes ago, probably like 25 episodes ago, we talked about what our favorite movies are, and I said Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and I am beyond pumped to tell you people that they're making an anime on Netflix, and I'm so overly pumped about it. And they have the original cast, other than the Katsuyanagi twins, but that's fine. They didn't say a single word in the movie, so they can just...
They can have their looks.
Yeah, that's what animation's for. But everybody...
That's why we animate stuff to make it look like other things and not like the actual person.
Yes. The guys. I don't know when that show's coming out, but I don't know. I read like an article, and it was like, yo, I guess Edgar Wright and the whole cast are in a group like email chat, and they just email each other like constantly.
That.
And bro, these people love, like, the cast love this movie, and I'm so pumped. for this to come out, and I'm really scared that's just not going to turn out good. But I think everybody who is involved in the movie is coming back, so I think it's going to be fine.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be fine.
And Netflix has put out like really good animation. Like, I need to look at the animation studio that they.
I've heard that Castlevania was good. Like, it looks pretty.
But like, still, Netflix is like the.
Netflix also is like, oh, if the first season doesn't do good, we're canning it.
Well, I'm just saying that, like, sure, they have like the person that's head of Netflix, not Netflix, probably just hires directors and writers and whoever. It's not like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not like just one person that's in charge of doing all of Netflix stuff.
Yeah, because that would be insane.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just have to see.
But I don't know. That's all I gotta say about that. I'm excited, and when that movie comes out, when that show comes out, I want to do like an episode on Scott Pilgrim. But yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, I guess. Cue outro, I guess. Well, thanks for listening to this episode. If you liked this, you should go check out our other stuff. If you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave a review. Check out our other videos on YouTube where we have bonus content outside of our podcasts. And if you like that, please like, comment, and subscribe to also help our channel grow. Recommend us to your friends so they can also enjoy the dynamic duo of a lifetime.
And check us out on TikTok and Instagram at AJS_podcast. And check out my art stuff on Instagram at Babby_Yammy. And we'll see you in the next one.
See ya!